Hello, I'm Doug Manley. I'll be your fight captain this year at Great Lakes Medieval Fair.
And my name is Colleen. I'll be your assistant fight captain.
And in this video, we'll be going through everything you need to learn for the first day of rehearsals.
The first thing you're going to want to do is get in your stance. This is a basic forward on guard with your right foot forward like this. There are 4 types of movement we're going to teach you. The first 2 we're going to do are advancing and retreating. For advance, you're going to get into your on guard. Make sure your hips are facing forward. And you're going to step with your front foot, heel toe, and push off with your back foot. So it'll look heel toe, step forward, heel toe, step forward. For retreat, it's the exact opposite. You step with your back foot and follow with your front. So it's step back, step back, step back. You want to make sure when you're doing this that you're not dragging your back or your front foot, and you also want to make sure you're not hopping.
Alright, I'm going to be teaching you the final 2 movements of the 4 movements that we're teaching you, 4 foot movements. It's going to be a pass forward and a pass back. What you're basically going to want to do, you're going to want to get into your on guard with your hips forward. Make sure they're always facing forward. You're not twisting during this. Alright, it's going to feel awkward to do a pass forward and pass back. It's going to feel kind of robotic, but when you're actually doing the fight, it becomes a lot smoother. So basically a pass forward would be just like taking a step, but you want to keep your feet apart just like they are when you're in the stance. So you pass forward again, pass forward again. Then there's the pass back. And you're going to want to readjust your feet when you re-hit. Also, make sure whenever you do the pass forwards, you don't have your back heel up like this. You always want your feet flat to the ground, or you'll lose your balance.
So the blocks we're going to teach you are moves 1 through 8A. You're going to get in your on guard like this, and you're going to start with 1, which is over here, knuckles facing out. 2, you come across your body, knuckles also facing out. 3, you flip the blade up, knuckles facing out. 4, you cross it again, knuckles facing out. 5 comes above your head like this, and then we go into 5A, which is you bring it down like this. 6, you're going to bring it down, you're going to come to here, like this. 7, you swing it across your body. For 8, you swing it right back. And then for 8A, you bring it over and out.
Alright, Colleen just went through the blocks, and I'm going to show you what not to do when you're blocking. Alright, when you have the blade up in a blocking position. Now, this would be the true edge of the blade, which is what you would normally cut with. And this would be the false edge, which you would try to block with most of the time. But in some instances, you can only block with the true edge. When you have the blade up in a blocking position, you want the blade straight up and down. You don't want it angled, anything like that. And also you don't want it angled out this way either. You always want it straight up and down, straight across, in a good position. The same goes for whenever you have it down here. You don't want it twisted, because it's a good way to hurt your wrist, because you're going to have other blades hitting the weapon as well. And you want a good solid position so you don't hurt yourself there. Alright, right now I'm going to teach you the strikes. There's 2 words you need to learn, which is mandriti and reverso. Mandriti is your sword arm, and reverso is the one where you don't have a weapon. That's the best way I can remember it. Alright, first thing you want to do is take a stance. Your on guard stance. Make sure your blade's up, not down like this or around. Make sure you have a nice solid stance with the blade out. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to do a strike to a mandriti hip. Basically you bring it around, down. You want a nice angle on the arm. You don't want it bent like this or anything else. Alright, now I'm going to go Mandry shoulder, which you just bring it back and then straight up. You can go reverso shoulder, which would be the opposite side. You bring it around. You want to do nice fluid motions. Nothing, you don't want like choppy, like nice big fluid motions. Make it nice and smooth. Then there's reverso hip, which you bring it back and then back down. And then there's one more strike, which would be 5, where you would bring it up. Now I can't really get the height that I need because of the ceiling. But you always want nice fluid motions when you're doing these strikes. Now I'll be doing strikes with Colleen here in a second, and it'll help you along a little bit more. Alright, now I'm going to teach you the strikes while someone's blocking as well. I'm Doug and this is Colleen, and we're going to go through all the strikes for you. I'm going to be in an on-guard position. Alright, first strike is going to be Mandry hip, which would be that side of her. Bring it around, she goes for the block. Then next one would be Mandry shoulder. Then reverso shoulder. And then reverso hip. And 5. And just for reference, I'm going to have her do a 5A so you can see that. Like I said, there's a ceiling down here. Alright. When doing these strikes, can you stand in the front, Colin? When doing these strikes, what you want to aim for when you're doing these strikes. Now, whenever you extend your arm, it's to help stop from hitting your arm, but you want to aim for right here. The way to think of this is hospital, hospital, bruise. Same thing with her hip. Well, thigh, hospital, hospital, bruise. This is the area you want to aim for when you're doing strikes. So you turn. When you're doing your strikes, when you extend, extending out like that, you're finishing with